sorry. Doing something. Come on. There's things happening here. Twitter. Comic art. Comic art. That's good enough. And this goes here. And oh no, we don't want to hit that. Okay. I have to get. Oh, I might be bumping this a lot. We'll find out here. Color. Oh, I should have laid that out ahead of time. See y'all. Maybe. It might measure. That should be fine. Cool. Tracy. Yes and no. Oh, excuse me. Drink too much Crystal Light. There we go. 3 drops. 3 drops of the watercolor. Mix it with. Yes, Tracy, we're gonna. Olive green. Give it a little more color. Drop of olive green. Do a drop and a half of olive green. Okay. And I had emptied this thing out. This ink would be cleaner and for my water. So I can just add little drops of water. And you can control concentration of it rather than, because I don't have an eyedropper thing. But this is a Da Vinci brush number 2. Oh, I gotta switch my water. This is for ink, which I don't know how that got. Huh. I might be using that later. I don't even know where that came from. Huh. You never know. You never know. You never know. I was gonna have someone come in, but he lives in Germany and I'm probably asleep by now. go. I'll probably be bumping the iPad here. Test paper. It's pretty opaque. Yeah, it's pretty opaque. Need some more brown in there. Instructor. What's that one? I don't want sepia. I don't want mahogany. I want the white a little mahogany. Oh, mahogany. Rich mahogany. Okay. I might have deleted it. Oh, golden brown is a little white. Probably could use golden brown for her, but she looks fine. She looks fine. All right. Let's see. Probably too much now. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Oh, I don't have any music going. I don't know if somebody's going to be going to bed, though. Oh, my fan's on. It's enough background noise, I think. Nice steady fan going. Yeah, you're off camera, Jason. That's right. That's right. It's proper YouTube. That's how you get all the videos. All of them. So many views by being off camera. I'm going to draw a string. Hashtag pro. Boomer. I'm not boomer. Not. And this pretty much applies to almost anybody who does something. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Just concentrate. Man, I don't really fully know how to. Oh. What's going on, wise guys? Once again, I need somebody to read these for me. How many read? Wait a minute. How many read the Viking pieces? Done so far. So far, and howdy. So far, I think I've done 3, with maybe 3 or 4 more to go. This one's for Will, the writer of Black Flag. He back during Shay's channel stream, and then I think I have one more after this for somebody else, and then I think Death Metal Hero is after that. There might be one other one. I'm not 100%, but I've done 3 already. That's including Shay's. So I've done 3 of these already. I should be done with them by now, but sometimes I get so exhausted after work. I really just don't want to do anything because it's been pretty busy at where I work. So, nice mahogany for her staff. No, I got you, man. Yeah, and I'm on my iPad. That's why I hate typing when I'm watching a stream. I hate typing when I'm on my iPad or something because it just constantly corrects it. And also, it's hard to tag people. Like, you're talking to somebody, it's hard to tag them because you don't know you're entering everything in right. Hey, Lord Christopher John, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Things are well. I don't know, Christopher John. I don't know if you back during Shay's channel or not, too. Um, I gotta get gray for her blade up there. Just use a little drop of black ink. Yeah, Christopher John is a cool guy. Somebody can clarify this for me. What is it? Why does everybody have Lord in their title? Is that because of the whole peasant thing that was going around? Or what? I just never really, I didn't hear about that one. My iPhone. Yeah, tagging sucks. On a mobile device, it really does. Uh, that's why a lot of the times I really hardly ever say anything, or if I do, I'll use a person's first name. See, there you go. I'm gonna be bumping that thing a lot. I use the person's first name all the time. Um, stuff like that. Let's see if Luke wants to come in. Hold on, I'm trying to read Wise Guys here. My eyeballs being bad. I really wish StreamYard had a dark mode. That'd be so good. I know I've said it before, but dark modes really help my eyes. Uh, they make the letters stand out because they're kind of gray to me. Yeah, they were the ones who backed during that stream because it was my first stream. Uh, so I thought it was something cool, and Shay's got a pretty cool look. I actually did her face loosely off of her. I paused when I looked at one of her streams real quick, and I just paused it to kind of get her laugh lines in and stuff. Like she was smiling before, but she kind of started to end up looking more serious. Mm. Easily decided himself. Oh, okay. No, I mean it's fine. I really don't, whatever. I think it's funny. I'm supposed to say Lord, right in front of. Yeah, in front of your name. I know it's on Twitter. It says it, but you don't see it on my. Yeah, on Twitter I saw it. Lord Wise Guys. Usually, usually join streams. Yeah, from the desktop. Yeah. Well, in my room, I like to be in my room because I have most of my comic books and my art here, and I mean, except for the fan in the background, it's less quiet, it's less noise, or somebody getting something out of the dryer or something like that. But there's usually less noise, so I don't mind it. And my desktop's out in the living room, and the TV's on all the time and stuff like that. So that's why I stream sometimes, most of the time actually. I mean, unless I'm probably drawing, I might do one for my desktop, maybe something digital. I color with, I mainly use, stretching, these here, Dr. P.H. Martin liquid watercolors. That's what they used to use back in the good old days to color with, color comics with. But I also do use acrylic paint sometimes to go over some things, or even just regular watercolor paint, the tubes. A crap ton of them. Let's see, I got, it's mainly watercolor, but the Reeves brand isn't bad, or Artist Lot from Michaels. You can get those. You can get those liquid watercolors. Get them online, but I think Michaels does have some of them. So I got 2 different sets of those. But those are a little pricey, actually, so they were like kind of a birthday gift. All right, there we are. Found my placing. Yes, I could contact them and ask them about the dark mode. I honestly, like, I know Frege, I mean, his eyes aren't the same, but he has the same issue, a similar issue, that he has to squint to read the chat. I don't squint, I just have to wait for the letters to become there. So I think a dark mode would be very advantageous for a lot of people. Oh, wow, that's way too black. We are going to liquefy the, you know what? Let me do that. I'm going to do that. Hold on. I'll get to you in a second. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. I should just be using like I have black watercolors somewhere, but I don't have them in a liquid. So I'm going to do this. Water it down. Water it down. And this is, I said earlier, before you jumped in, Mr. Christopher John, that this is a Da Vinci brush number 2. I know, see, there we go, it's getting 10 gray. I know people usually use, the Winsor Newton number 2, and that's that. I bought one, and I didn't really care for it. I did take care of it properly, too, so it just started to fray on me and stuff. So I know that they're handmade, so it's almost a hit and miss at that point. But I've taken good care of this one, and it's lasted. I've had it for a couple of years, and I've had no issues with it. And then to do this. Okay. Darken up some of it. There we go. Get some of that. And I don't know if you've seen it. Normally these horns weren't there. I had to white out her hair with this cat. Not that pen. Where's my pesco pen? No! This guy. Pesco or whatever. This guy right here. This Posca pen. You can draw over it pretty well than other whiteout pens. I thought it worked really well. Got that from David Finch. I didn't get from personally. Wish I knew David Finch. That'd be pretty cool. There's some crayon heads in there. Yeah. I mean, you said you're okay, colorblind. Oh, where did it go? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm colorblind. Digital colors. I know like one, but she is not. She's on a hiatus right now because I even asked her because in case I did have a stretch goal to have my book colored at first, and then I got yelled at by Frega and Shay to not color it. So, but I had asked her. I knew she was on hiatus, but I had asked her how much she does. Really, her name is Whitney Cook, but she's on hiatus, and I love her colors. But I mean, you're colorblind. You're used to being colorblind, so I mean, you obviously know the severity of the situation with you. If you can or can't do it, other people don't. To me, I would think it would be like, that stop is on the top, green is on the bottom, and the stoplight that was in the middle. So I don't know if, like a color wheel, if you know the scheme of it, like goes from red to yellow or something like that, or whatever. So if you know the color wheel, every color wheel, and even digital, like the color palettes are all set up to see. So you might get away with it. You know what you can handle and what you can't, though. Um, so yeah. I'm. I have they said it's the degenerative something something. I say it's detached retinas because that's what I thought it was at first initially. But I'm blind pretty much in my left eye, except where I can see. Like if I'm looking at, I mean, my face is maybe, I don't know, a foot away from the paper, and if I'm looking at this eyeball right here, I can't see. Her mouth is totally gone. I can see my brush moving, but I can't see the other eye. I can see the goggle. I'm staring at her eyeball. I can see this part of the goggle. I can't see her horn is gone. I can see down here a little bit. This area is gone. So I work in sections, but I've been doing it so long that I know what's placed where. Uh, Sometimes I have to like go like that. Like, okay, I know her head's kind of at an angle, so if I know this horn is here, but I can't see the other one. But if I just go like this a little bit, imagine I could be like, okay, well, there's that one. So it does take me a little while longer, but being blind, I know how to handle what I can handle. I'm not fully blind, thankfully, but I'm not legally blind either, which to me is horse garbage. But you know what you can do. If you can handle, some colors, or even uh, just doing flats, I think would be cool, like a Hellboy. That would be really awesome. I like that kind of scheme. Well, thanks, man. That was very raw, and I think it's awesome. Thank you very much. I do varying styles. I mean, you might have seen them on the Twitter and stuff like that. I do have different styles and stuff. So, this is the comic book style. Then I have one where that's kind of a Sam Keith or Al Whack, Jonathan Wayshak type style, and I can do kid style, kid friendly style. So I'm not like Art Taber with his Chrono Mechanics looks amazing. That's a totally different style than what he usually does. So it's blown away. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's Christopher Jones. I'm trying to think who else colors digitally. Aside from Matt Yagi, I really don't know. And Kyle Ritter. I mean, obviously you're looking for affordability too. I think that one girl said she was $50 a page, which to me is really good for her talent. Um, I would also like if you're serious about it, you know what I mean. So I would look at some of the CG books if you mainly want CG people, and because they're also obviously independent anyway. There's no contracts, so you could also hit up a CG colorist like from a book like Battle Brick Road or something like that. That's just an example, obviously. But there's some really good colorists on some books out there. But see, this like working with a brush for me is it's a gamble because I can't can't feel the brush hit, and I rely on that quite often. That's why I like working nibs, because I could feel the nib hitting the paper. And a lot of my comic book pages and comic book work is digital because it's just easier to fix, and I can go a little faster because my eyes, they're pretty bad. But they're not, I'm not totally, like I said, I'm not totally blind, and I am thankful for that. I'm going to check the chat in a second. I do appreciate, thank you guys for stopping in, by the way. Really appreciate it. It's kind of boring when you're by myself. So I invited Shay. I might send Death Metal Hero the link, see if he wants to come on. Everyone, please remember. Oh, thank you very much, Wise Guys. Thank you very much. Everyone, go sub the Wise Guys. Wise Guys Entertainment on YouTube. I will be on his channel Wednesday at 9 o'clock at night, not in the morning. I do unfortunately have a morning stream, but the guy lives in Australia, so I can't really. It's the guy who's doing, he's writing Terra Olympus. That book looks awesome. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know some colorblind people. I don't know, obviously, but I hear some, colorblind people have some severity. Some have just like one color. Some have the whole spectrum. I mean, that sucks. Well, I mean, style plural, I guess you could say. Obviously you can still probably tell it's me when I'm drawing stuff. Collecting comic books, you tend to. I mean, usually you got your McFarlane, which McFarlane is an influence. You got, McFarlane and Liefeld, obviously, two, and Jim Lee, three totally different styles. And you can kind of gravitate towards one or the other, and you can incorporate bits and pieces of all of them. And then I was, into Sam Keith and Gil Keon, Wills Prestaccio. It's just, I mean, those thick darks are just Frank Miller. You draw all that stuff, and it's just, I mean, you go through your phases where you're copying some Sin City stuff and drawing stuff like that, and then you're like, oh, I want to copy some Jim Lee stuff. I did a Wolverine piece that in a Jim Lee style. It was fun. This is my style. So, I want a colorist on board. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would actually prefer to have one too. Not because of my eyes, but just because I digitally, I do coloring. It's not my favorite thing. I like it more than lettering, but I would rather draw it. So I would rather have a colorist who I can just hand it off to and be like, dude, work your or do that. Work your magic. I trust you. Do what you do. But my issue is also I do so much rendering. Colors often hide that stuff, and especially nowadays with digital, things get blown out because of all the effects and everything. So, I mean, I don't want to sound vain or arrogant, but I don't really want all that work that I do to just go away just because of all the coloring. If I spend like an hour cross hatching this arm, and then somebody comes in and just blows it out, and you don't see the lines anymore, there's really no point in doing all those lines, and all my work is just gone. You missed out on that. Oh, you missed out on Terra Olympus? Really? It looked cool. Did it? I hope it got funded. I have to go look. I know I backed it because I have my channel. I go over some of the books that I've backed, and uh, Sir Olympus is one of them. Obviously, I plugged my own book in the process, but that I obviously did a Black Flag one, and I did. I try to do books that people don't know. The Ultimate something Crusaders looked really cool. It was kind of a cartoony style. There's another one called like Eva or something like that, or Iva. That looks great. But I mean, they're books that aren't in the limelight that much, and it's hard to get funded these days with all these projects out there. And there's some really good projects out there. So it ain't easy being green. Yeah, but Terra Olympus looks cool. Do you have an yeah, IGG book? Oh, you talking about Christopher John? Yes, you are. Well, maybe he might have one. Do you have one, Mr. Christopher John? And have I already backed it? Often back books that I don't remember backing. Yeah, Sam Keith. Yeah, especially my I did the max, especially my free flow art. Very Sam Keith inspired. Oh, good. Okay, good. Because I backed it. I think it was issue 2 also, wasn't it? 'Cause I'm pretty sure I backed the campaign that had 2 on it. Nope, Ian streaming. I don't mind the people. People might be going to watch her, which I understand. Oh, look at you, Lord Christopher John, tweeting out, sharing out my, sharing out my stream. Much appreciated, much appreciated. I know I shouldn't be on my phone, but I get text messages sometimes. Sometimes from the ladies. You gotta keep your ladies in line. You're working on it. Cool. 20 years, dude. Oh, you got narwhal? You got narwhal? Nice. Narwhal's a trip, man. He's a nice guy, but man, isn't he the one with those lady troubles? There's a pizza delivery lady and slightly stalking her. Poor narwhal. I don't know. I like the white. I want to leave it, and I might paint her undershirt. I gave her a green or a blue thong. Blue. Yeah, it's blue. I was initially gonna white out this area here and give her a gun because this is for Will. The Black Flag logo a little bit there, but I already did the horns. Like I said, I got a couple more of these to do. Yes, yes. You know that ink and color everywhere. I'm such a mess. Don't I don't want blue. So John, for you, it's like blue is like yellow, or green and red is purple, or is it like that kind of colorblind? Like the color's just totally wrong. So I mean, color is a funny thing how we perceive it anyway. It's just light refraction. Let's see. Moss green. Moss green. Oh, moss. So mossy. Oh, you know what? I might want apple. Don't I have an apple? Olive. thought I had like an apple green. Maybe that's my other set. Yeah, it's right here. No spot. Apple green. Yeah, these are mixed up. These are mixed up. This goes up here. Oh, they're numbered. I could have just done a duh. There goes my intelligence. All right. He seems it. Narwhal seems very smart. So you have a book that's going in another book that has Narwhal in it? Is that what you're saying? Yours is 8 pages, which is still pretty cool though, man. Catching up on chat here. Yeah, that's Narwhal. Yeah, he is. He's he makes me laugh. You know, he seems like he does seem like he's a smart guy. Because he's like, unsure on like, should I do this with the ladies? And usually, really smart guys, they're really smart, but they overthink and overanalyze. And I mean, I do that, but I'm not smart. I just do that because I'm a worry person. Oh, dark greens and browns. Oh wow. Well, yeah. You know, like I said, I would just hit up some CG colorists. Obviously, you're looking for a price range, and Kyle Ritter might be a little out of your price tag, but I personally don't know any because this is my first campaign anyway. Mine's in black and white. My next campaign after Absolute is totally done, so I got the other book to finish. I got the campaign to go, and I have the last half of it I still have to do, which won't be a problem. But once that campaign is over, my next book, I'm going to be going full on traditional with stuff like watercolors and messy inks and acrylic paints and stuff. So I'm going to be coloring it myself. But I won't be writing that, thank goodness. So I don't mind writing. I mean, this is my creation, and I know what I want in it. I know who I want what personality for each person. I know the characters. So, and if I want somebody to do X or Y, I don't have to worry about drawing them thinking that this is how they think, and then the writer comes in and totally destroys my perception of who they are. Like Red Valkyrie here, tough cookie. She is a tough cookie. I call her Red Valkyrie just because of Shay, but I mean, obviously yeah, it's Absolute Valkyrie. She takes place in that Absolute universe. She might be a background character at one point. Might toss her in, obviously without the horns, but she's very independent, very strong. She's kind of a scavenger, a hunter, and she does take out in contracts and bounties as well to make a living. She's another bounty hunter. But she has a soft spot. She has a soft spot. She's the kind of girl or woman that listens to like hard metal and stuff, but yet likes the color pink. Not that far, maybe, but she's one of them. She was abandoned as a child. She wasn't raised by wolves or nothing, but she grew up on her own. She lived in the streets. And she's one not to be messed with. She's wise, but yet untrustworthy, which can be a hindrance. Pull the pin from the grenade. All right, Jason, there's the chat. 6 pages. Is a race. Oh, it's a nice way to get my feet. Yeah. My book initially was going to be separate 23-page issues, and I had 3 of them done. So, because I was going to go through Image or something like that, and then the fit hit the sheen. Another set of my drawings were all backwards. Drawings were all backwards. Do you mean your colors or your drawings? Oh, can I zoom in on this? Oh, I can. Jason's zooming in. Oh, that helps immensely. You might consider posting a tweet. Yeah, a tweet might help for a colorist. I like Twitter, but I don't. Not because of all the political crap, but it is hard to get noticed when you're not noticeable. You know, I mean, if you don't have like 6,000 followers, it's hard to get interactions. And I'm very eternally grateful for everybody who likes and shares and comments on my stuff. I mean, when I get, it means the world to me. It really does. I think you have a good amount of followers, Christopher. Yeah, I mean that is like I said, and that is one way. I would don't be afraid to even. I think you can DM direct Ethan on Twitter. A lot of guys you can't unless they're following you. I had trouble, but you can even hit up Ethan, be like, "Hey man, do you know any colorists that aren't wouldn't mind that are at a decent page rate that are decent? He might know a couple. You never know. Or you could even email Frega. He answers. It might take him a couple days, but he does answer. They're 2 very reliable people. Shay might know people, actually. Shay's got her foot in the door. You can even just hit up Shay. Taking a photo. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you for digging there. Oh, colors were backwards. I got you. You know what? In college, this one lady, woman, did a painting of Theodore Roosevelt, and he was like laughing. And she did that. She inverted the colors, or did them backwards, so it was like a negative almost. She was an amazing painter. It looked fantastic. It was beautiful. And obviously, you don't want everything to look like that. uh, yeah, well, Frege is busy. He is. Yeah, Frege is a busy man. Uh, so that's why usually the only way, half the time, the only way. Did I just get? I probably did, but I'm gonna splash it anyway. The only way half the time I get a hold of Frege sometimes is through his streams. That's usually the best way to get a hold of people, is to even, pay $2 on a super chat, and they'll answer that. What color do I want her? What color do I want her undershirt? What color do I want her undershirt? Because I'm almost done with this. You know what? We're going to put some green in that scabbard. It's going to bring that color over a little bit. Going to bring the color over. Because I don't want to have just it solid in one spot, so we're going to do that. There we go. Very light. Very light. Things in the background aren't as detailed. Okay. Because that way the green goes that way. You get the blue flowing down this way. That works. Okay. And I cut her up a little bit. This one's battle worn. The next one I might have red eyes. There you go, Tracy. Your frigate is busy. Reach out to. Yeah, I think Mandy is hard to get a hold of. I just recently got a hold of her to be on her show because she had to follow me for me to message her. And I had talked to her on an Art T Bear show, I think, in the chat. And I feel like I'm nagging her and I hate it. But, and then she finally did follow me on Twitter. And I messaged her and she's looking to see if she has a spot available. So Mandy was hard to get a hold of. Mandy is hard. But I think Shay is. Cecil. You know what? Cecil is very smart. Very smart. He's a clown a little bit, but that's good. Hi, Tracy. But he is very intelligent. He remembers it. He's got brains. She's off camera. You can. Yeah, Malin. Yeah, I know she's fulfilling with the wizard. I do. I know. I'm not mad at any of these people. I know they're all very busy right now. Malin is very hard to get a hold of. Very hard to get a hold of. You can get a hold of Cecil, actually. He has it. You can send him. He has his P.O. box in his Twitter. You can always send him, do some fan art. And then be like, hey, like a note or something. Hey, man, I could use some help with a colorist. And tell him, I'm colorblind. I could use some help. If you send Cecil stuff, he might help out. You gotta bribe Cecil. I like Cecil. I think he's got a good heart. I mean, he called me Scotty in, but whatever. That's fine. I can take it. Better than most people. Better. It could be called worse. Blue? I see there's too much blue at this point. You know what? I'm thinking red. It'll blend in with that Black Flag logo, but I'm thinking red. I don't want to do yellow. I think I did the last thing with a lot of blues. Purple. Purple? Purple. We'll do that. We'll do this one. This is purple. Sislimin? Sislimin is apparently purple. Okay. he does love fan art. I was thinking of because I work in shipping. I was thinking, I mean, we shipping stuff through the mail at where I work is a little cheaper. There's no way I could send out like mailers and stuff like that, like Gemini mailers or anything like that. That would be way too much for us to ship out. But I did mail out something to EBS and Frega, so and that was pretty cheap actually for a big envelope. But I was thinking of doing something for Cecil to get on to get on the show. But I only got like a week and a half left. I don't see it happening, but just something quick and kind of cool. Like him getting all angry, like, break me peaches. Cecil makes me happy. That one guy, that Keith Gleason, who did the cereal mascots for Ultima Comics, he is pure joy in a human form. Like seeing him talk about stuff, anything, he's always, at least on camera, he's always happy. I like him. Keith Gleason's a good guy. Peter Simetti's a good guy. You know what? Dude, that's actually the perfect person to ask is Peter Simetti. He puts out alternate comics. I'm sure he knows somebody that's a colorist. Cecil never answers. Yeah, I mean, Cecil will answer if it's a super chat, but I really do think if you send him fan art, he does like it. You could tell his heart's there, but his attention span just isn't. And I think that just comes from the alcohol, which that poor man's liver, holy mother of Troy. Oh, yeah. So I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Oh, let's see here. Every now and then, I get a little bit lonely when run across tweets. We are by people in CG or Are you talking to me? I think, yeah, Peter Simetti. Trying to see what you said here, wise guys. No, it jumped. Every now and then and again, I run across tweets. We are by people. Oh, tweets. We are by people in CG. Oh, I'm trying to compile. Oh, list them. Yeah. Well, it's also difficult because a lot of people are working on their own book or something like that. Like, was it you, Christopher John, who asked for? There's been fireworks going off. The dog's afraid to go outside. Were you the one who had asked about commissions? Can't remember. But because people are, a lot of people are trying to get their own CG stuff out, or not just CG, but books out. Like even Jason Krager, who's not CG, he said, I'm not CG, but he has CG mentality where he wants a good product to be put out. and he wants to have the fans have it good, and that's fine, man. But I was just because I said CG people. They don't have to be CG, obviously, but uh, it's people just trying to put out their own thing. So yeah, like even me, people want commissions from me, and like I'm doing these. I'm trying to get my campaign funded, and even once my campaign's funded, I have character sketches to do. I have, as of right now, one full art piece to do, a full-fledged art piece, which those take me about 20 to 40 hours, all depending. So, like even me, it's hard to get me to do anything. So, I don't mean anything. Well, maybe anything. Um, Adam Post. I mean, yeah, you're getting some good reminders of who to ask. Vinny. Well, Vinny's hard to get a hold of. Like I said, a lot of them are hard to get a hold of because of the Twitter rule that you usually can't DM people who don't follow you back because they could have their Twitter set up that way. And I understand it, but it does hinder the possibility because I always hate that. They're like, "Oh, hit me up in the DMs." It's like, well, I can't hit you up in a DM because you don't have it setting saved. Don't say hit me up in a DM if I can't hit you up in a DM. I think that worked out. Little purples. I'm gonna darken them up a little bit. Oh, Carla is a doll. I love Carla. And Charlie is awesome. Yeah, you got some good tips here. You know what's up, man. Carla. This might sound bad, but she reminds me of my ex-wife, but in a good way. She's great. She reminds me of my ex-wife during the good times. And Charlie is just. I'm going to be on Charlie's show this Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, America. I'll be tweeting that out later. But yeah, I finally was able to get a hold of her because she's another person you can't DM unless she follows you. But Charlie is. You hit her up in a chat on anybody's stream, and she'll chat with you. Not to say these other people are disrespecting nobody. Maybe she messaged. Oh, it was you, Christopher. Really? They use that as a Jack show? That's great. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I love it. That's so cool. Oh, that's good. I did do a Cecil, quick Cecil. That one's really good, though. I love that. That is funny. And that's how I. If you go on my Twitter, you'll see it. You might have to scroll down, and I did share it. It's a couple of Cecil's things, but like he's all jacked up. He's like a superhero, regular superhero. He's got a stupid mask on and like a speedo, but he's got a bottle of tequila. That was great. I love that. That was funny. That was great. How do you know when it's time to stop working on a piece? I don't. uh, I keep doing it. Yeah, and adding until it's done. Ruined. Yeah, you know what? Hold on, there's some additional settings where even if you follow send the security part. You know what? I think somebody said they couldn't hit me up on Twitter because I didn't follow them, and I didn't do anything. So, but as far as how do I know when I'm done with a piece, I honestly don't. It's just a feeling I get. What can I've showed this piece before. Let me get it real quick. Talk amongst yourselves. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Where are you? Where did she go? Where are you going now? Now. Of course I can't find it. I'll tell you what. Over here. I'll pull up. Yeah. I'm coming back to show you something. I promise. I promise. Don't run away from me. Don't hide from your feelings. All right. Here's a good example. I'll bring in a couple. There's that one. And I'll get a comic book one. Let me get an original page up here. All right. I'm coming. Hold on. Can't find things. The pressure. All right. All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Okay. As far as how I know, I kind of don't. Here's one example. This piece here. Like, see all the colors there? Oh. Like I had started drawing her, and I knew what I wanted. I didn't lay it out first. A lot of these pieces I don't. But I knew I wanted something soft, not as gnarly as like maybe the next piece I'll show. But I kind of wanted her, to be a little somber. I knew what I wanted there, and I wanted something behind her, like if I could get her. I screwed that up. So I added all this acrylic paint, and it ended up looking like clouds, so that was a happy accident. And after that, I'm like, you know what? I don't want anything coming out, so it's done. I didn't know when it was done until it was done. Because I'm known for this, this heavy cross-hatching stuff. And I didn't want to do that with her, except maybe in the length. But, so she was just done by accident, obviously. And so was this guy coming here. This is a print that I'm probably going to be sending out to somebody for all their help. But maybe this is the original? No, it's the print. I think. It feels like the original. Maybe it is. Yeah, this is the original. I ain't getting this. Anyway, this is something I could have overworked. This is something I could have easily overworked with like all the cross hatchings and stuff like that, and like some hidden things in here. But like I knew I had to grade it, get it grayed out so it fades out that way. And I wanted to leave the empty space there so I didn't clutter anything. So that's generally, I mean, I kind of know once it starts to get a little too overly rendered and I see it happening, I just stop myself. Like I can't keep going because otherwise it's going to be black at that point. That looks like it's a freaking print. I swear this is a print. Is it a print? No, I don't think so. Usually my prints don't have like all the dirt on the back. But that's pretty much how I know when it's done is, I mean, it's mainly a gut feeling. Or like when I see it start getting to be too busy, and I gotta be like, okay, well it's gonna be too busy if I keep going. So yeah, but these stuff like this though I don't lay out. I just it's kind of what I call free flow art, where I just make lines and keep going. And it's also some of it is knowing like whites of eyes, you don't want to have them obviously too rendered, but you can still render them. And it also depends on what style you're going for. If you want it to be clean or muddy, obviously I can do both. I do very muddy, very thick, or I can do clean. You know, her face and hair is for the most part actually pretty clean. So as far as how do I know when it's done, I mean, to me, honestly, it's just a gut feeling. It's just knowing when to like you just feel it. Like yeah, I'm definitely done. It's kind of a long explanation for such a brief answer in all reality. I just like showing off some artwork. I'm proud of that first. That the one I covered up the nips when we get struck. Checking your Twitter. Check your Twitter. Uh, well, thank you, sir. Which piece though? I had to. Let's see here. Going back in the chat. Yeah, I think there's some. Yep. Anytime I hear a creator expressing, oh, it jumped. Anytime I hear a creator expressing interest, you need to DM me. I have to. Yeah. I mean, if you host people, yeah, I would. And you like that's why I love Shay. She sees something she wants to host, she does it. What do you mean by how I look at ink? Do you mean that is a weird phrase? Jason doesn't understand. No, I mean, do you mean as far as being messy? I mean, no, I do microns. You know, I work with microns sometimes too, and those I work with microns if I want a really clean piece. I tend to get a little sloppy when it comes to pen and ink nibs. And that part of that is because of my eyes. Showing my what? You were showing my. You were showing my world how to live. Do, 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 do. I love my world. Trying to. I'm multitasking here. What is this one? What you got here? What is this? Oh, this is the. That's really cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's really cool whenever you find out they do stuff like that. Like, oh, that's my piece. I did that. I mean, I wouldn't know. It hasn't happened to me. But that's really awesome. I see. I'm screwing up already. There we go. Little dab. Little tap of you. Show me my world. But yeah, when I don't know. I just like. I do love working traditional. My eyes are not as forgiving for it, and my next. I can't. Oh, you know what? I do know where it is. Once I'm done with this, I'll show you. I did do. It's page one for now of well, technically page one, but it's page one of the fourth book of Absolute, and I laid it out. I laid it out digitally, like I drew just the outline basically digitally, and then I printed it out, and I went in with the inks. My main problem also doing that is then I have to get it to line up right. You know, make sure to get rid of the blue, the non-photo blue, because I do have when I print it, I do print it on my own. I made my own comic template, comic page template. Uh, yeah, the black and white one. Yeah. I've never done a. You never did digital? Hmm. Well, I started off with traditional. Uh, I started off traditional drawing and using microns or felt tip pens. That's how I started, and I didn't do digital. I thought digital was cheating until I actually started doing some digital work. I'm like, yeah, it's not cheating, but it kind of is, but isn't. You still got to know what you're doing. And with digital, it's pretty similar to traditional because you work in layers. Like watercolor, you slowly build it up. Obviously, I'm kind of not going as slow as I should, but you build up with layers. Same thing in digital. And with digital, it helps to have a tablet of some kind. Uh, I started off with the bamboo, which is like you draw it here and then it's on your screen. And then I upgraded to it's called a Yanova, and it's kind of like a Cintiq where you draw on the screen. I also do have the iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil, and and I would recommend that actually if anybody wants to go digital. I would recommend that with going Procreate. It's very comparable to Photoshop, and even a lot of pros do use just strictly Procreate to work on comics. But digital helped me because of my eyesight. Because, like I said, I work in sections mainly. So with digital, I can, if I end up drawing an eyeball and then do the other eyeball, and I realize there's skew, I can just move it. So digital does help me in straight lines. I can't draw for the life of me. So doing buildings and stuff like that, it's really helped. Even with a ruler, I can't see. I have the perspective lines and stuff like that. I can draw the line here. If I draw a straight line down, by the time I'm halfway, doing another couple lines, the other lines are disappeared. So I don't know what distance I'm at. It sucks, man. But digital, I can get away with correcting things. All right, I'm almost done with laying in these darker purples. I could do some more. I might. Maybe I will. Let's see. Let's see here. Back. Gonna go back in time. Centipede. Yeah, he should have. Donald admits visual can be flat out cheating. Nah. I mean, yes, but no. You still got to know what you're doing. Now, that's not to say you can't, like, if you take a photo, put it in Photoshop, and then hit, like, one of the filters, then that's cheating. But if you're just drawing, no, you still have to know how to draw. I mean, like I said, in my comic, I think there's only a couple times, like maybe literally 2 out of 46 pages, where I actually copied a panel and pasted a panel, but I still altered those panels in some way. Otherwise, I have one where a guy's buried in rubble. I drew the rubble in 3 panels because his hand moves, like his hand's dangling in one panel, and then it slowly moves, and it fully moves in the third. I drew the rubble 3 times, and each one digitally. I could have just copied and pasted them, and then done the hand. But yes, that's cheating, but not cheating if you do that. And it's really no different, really, than in the old days where they would draw one panel, and then kind of copy and Xerox it, cut it out, and paste it onto another panel to do that. It's the same thing. You're just using more tools. It's no different than a guitar player using an effects pedal. It doesn't mean he's cheating. He still knows how to play the guitar. Like you can tell if somebody uses auto-tune, yeah, they might be cheating, but you can tell when they know how to sing and they use auto-tune. Like they still know how to sing. They're just adding a tool. So it's not fully cheating. It can be if you use it wrong. Yeah, that picture of Cecil was great. CG artists are recommending iPad Pro, Apple Pencil. Yeah, and Procreate. It is, well, for one, you can get an iPad Pro, the 2017 one, fairly cheap. Apple Pencil, $100, and Procreate is $10 for the full program. Like you don't have to pay any more after that. Whereas you can get a Cintiq for $2,400, and then get the monthly subscription for Photoshop, which is $10 a month, and you're paying for that forever. So in the long run, it's better to just get the Apple product, because I still have my 2017 iPad Pro. It works fine. That's what Frankie uses, actually. He uses the old iPad Pro and the old Apple Pencil. Yeah, see, this part is like an undershirt, but it's just one sleeve because she's battle worn. You know what I mean? She's a traveler, so her clothes got tattered and torn. So she wears what she gets. So the undershirt is purple, and it's a long sleeve, but it only has the one sleeve. The top shirt got ripped off. This sleeve got ripped off, and then the other one is holstering on. It's kind of like one of those things that fall off the shoulder from there. But I like the white. I really like the white. I think it makes her stand out really well. So yeah, the undershirt is purple, and the sleeve is part of that undershirt. Yeah, I like doing piles. I honestly I do enjoy drawing. Oh, I'm going to show you that one. I do enjoy drawing rubble. It is fun to draw because it's just nonsensical, and you can just keep going for hours. It's kind of therapeutic. But in the stack here, trading cards. Here we go. Okay. Here's let me show you guys kind of an exclusive. I'm going to show the one page on Charlie's London's channel, but that's kind of here's the trading card. 11 by 14. This is the trading card people I gotten in the mail. I colored it digitally, but I drew it pen and ink. I do think did I outline it first? I might have outlined it first. This one is another trading card I had done for a Facebook group that if they backed my campaign, they would get this exclusive trading card. It's called the Mushroom Cult trading card. Skull of mushrooms, or mushroom skull, whatever you want to say. Colored digitally again. Now here you go. Let me give you all two of my viewers. You guys are getting this special treat. Special treat. This is the page from Absolute Chapter 4. Look at this guy. This is pen and ink, but the outline was done. So he was outlined, like just as outlined in Photoshop. The cross hatching, the detail, everything was done pen and ink. And you see, there's the blue line. So, and he's coming up against this tentacled monster guy. But see, honestly, this is where digital, I have a hard time getting the same effect digitally with these tentacles that I can get and like certain shading techniques and stuff. I have a hard time reproducing this digitally. So that's why digital really isn't cheating, because you can do more traditionally sometimes. But there you have it. Page 1, book 4, issue book 4, chapter 4. He's going to be going. That's a guy that's not in book one yet too. So there you go. Yeah, that was fun to do. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, I'm going to keep that overshirt white, and I think her pants. Like I said, it makes the. Well, I'm going to put blood on it, but and thank you very much. Thank you very much. But I'm going to put blood on it. I might just do some blood splatter. You know what? I mean, I was thinking of doing it. I might do it. I might see. This is where I end up overthinking things. And like you said, Lord Christopher John, you overwork it. I might do rubble from here down. Now I could do that on this one, but I have three more of these to do. So what I might do is save that idea for another piece. That's what I might do. I zoomed in, my screen jumped everywhere. Yeah, I full bleed on most things. Yeah, some of it gets cut off. It's a full bleed piece, so here, let me pull it back up. So zoom out. All right, so it's a full bleed piece, and it's hard to see the blue line. Like this here is the bleed, and then I have the safe zone. I didn't put in the trim because to me that's pointless if I'm going to go full bleed. So for the lettering, I got to make sure everything goes in that safe zone. But I go to the edge because it's going to get cut in between these two. So whatever is kind of on just outside of the safe zone line, like maybe a quarter of an inch outside the safe zone line, will get trimmed off. So it'll go straight to the edge of the paper. So this is a full bleed page. Now I do have pages with panels that aren't full bleed. So not everything that I do is full bleed, but I like full bleed because you could just get more work in, get more bang for your buck. Oh yeah, we're gonna get blood splattered. Rubble everywhere. Like I said, I might save that for the next piece. Um, I know I know I have some, one or two more after. We're gonna have so many skulls. It's gonna be just ridiculous. I'm gonna put skulls, so many skulls everywhere. There's gonna be skulls in the background on her clothes. You got so many skulls. Like I said, I gotta do each one of these different somehow. And I actually had that idea. Maybe I was like, maybe I should get for like another one. Like, no, death metal hero like that. Oh, Christopher John, did you saw page one, didn't you? Or the yeah, you did. Wait, back and then be right back. Which we're doing a 0.5 black flag piece. I'd be beside myself. Are you crazy? I drew a sniper piece, but that was just fan art for Dan because he's been so supportive. And he didn't, he's gone. I mean, he's just been nothing but. It's flattering, really. And you know, funded, he's going to get the book and stuff like that. You know, somebody doesn't fall out like that, because when he sees me in the chat, he's like, you know, hey, you guys check out Absolute, and I go on. He talks about nothing but, even if I don't bring it up. So I did a sniper piece and I sent it to him. He should get it. He should have gotten it actually yesterday, but the mail being the way it is, he might get it next week sometime. But I wish I was doing a Black Flag piece. That would be awesome. Yeah, I think my book would have been funded by now doing that. I mean, flattered, do you think I could do that? I'm roboting. Oh. Uh-oh. Am I okay now? Am I all right? Here, hold on. Am I okay? Am I still roboting? I am not a robot. Are you still alive? You still there? Did I fade away? You burn out. Let me fade away. Waiting to see if I'm roboting like Max Headroom. That is why you broadcast from a higher speed internet. Are we still live? Maybe not. I do not know. Are we live? Going live. Hello. I'm roboting. I'm not a robot. Please do not robot me. Hey, what are you saying here, Wise Guys? Maybe it's because I'm zooming in and out so much. It's affecting things. Love, love, love bleed artwork. It seems the viewer can only fully appreciate it if they can the original. I mean, like I said, I hope I'm not roboting still, but oh, this isn't good. Okay. Wait, what's going on? Oh, okay. Hopefully I'm fully better. It says good, but it depends on what you draw. As far as that, on how far your artwork goes off the bleed, like what it is. Sometimes you can even be missing a hand. You know, it all depends. But with that piece, it's just tentacles going off, so you just miss out on a couple tentacles. Like the little guy at the bottom is still in the frame. Make sure of that. In the front row. Oh, pardon me. Oh, by the way, how are you guys doing Saturday? They're still letting off fireworks, which is stupid. I'm not a firework person. I'm a little sad shading. But anyway, um, yeah, how's your weekends? I thought I had a stream tomorrow, but it's at 8 a.m., but it's not until next Saturday. I think I said that. So I will be hopefully doing another live stream tomorrow, draw stream, working on another Absolute Vow. This one I think is pretty much done. Just adding a couple highlights. Put these holes, make these holes white. I don't like that there's this color. It costs a little bit, but you know what? I don't care. gratuitously show her butt too much. I got banned last time that happened. Not banned, I think they got struck. Well, you were there, wise guys. Whining. I do know your real name. I just call you wise guys. They stopped setting off fireworks. That's good. Yeah, it's like, I get it. Boom, boom. What you do? At one point. And plus, you know what? Instead of buying all those fireworks, how about you go back absolute now in Indiegogo? Like I said, I mean, you guys, no matter what tier you backed, I probably will be sending in some kind of additional artwork or something with it because I got so much art lying around that I'm appreciative of it. Like, it's not going to be like 11 by 17 pieces or anything like that. It might little sketches that I already have done. People that back the big tier, they get some goodies. That's for sure. They get the goodies. They get the goodies. All right, I got to splatter this. This ain't done yet. This ain't done yet. Just need some blood. Raining blood. Death Metal Hero. See, I was hoping Shay would come on and she could have done her skull. Because she has to draw her skull for today. Thanks, man. You got to plug your book every now and then. Gotta plug. Christopher John's still here? Didn't go away. Wrist and right elbow are those tattered threads of clothing. Oh, it's hanging down here. Yeah, it's tattered cloth. Like she's got the wrapping here, and this is from the wrapping hanging down, and because her elbow obviously is behind it, so she's got wrapping on that forearm, and it comes down. So yeah, it's just to add a little something to the little something to the something. I gotta clear out my notifications. It's bugging me. Okay, there we go. A lot of it is just interactions from people liking Shay's tweet. She did a really good job on her skull. But yeah, it's just tattered clothes. We gotta add blood. Now the blood will get on her, hence the white clothes. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff, otherwise I'll get ink all over it. You go over there. You go over there. Okay. I gotta get out the toothbrush. Let me zoom out real quick here. Oh, there's nobody watching. Am I still streaming? Oh. There's nobody watching it. I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm still alive. How long we got? Oh, an hour and a half, not bad. An hour and a half. You're gonna miss the blood splatter. Better come back, Wyman. Better come back. Come back to me. come back, come back, come back to me. That probably was red. Red. Bamboo ink. Go buy Bamboo ink. It is good by Dr. P. H. Martins. Wink, wink. Not trying to get an endorsement. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little fun draw stream after this. What do you think? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Let's fill up that. Pull that up. And we're gonna get ink on the iPad. I think Christopher John dipped out. He didn't say bye. Drew Daily Skull. Yeah, I sent her the invite to come on here. I was hoping she would. That's okay. She's busy. She's a busy lady too. She's in the military. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she's in the military. She works a cleaning job and she streams. That's ridiculous. My brush is crusty. I'll get out, so I'm trying to soften it up. I can't do that. My one job kills me, and I come home and I don't even want to move half the time. Am I robot again? Because of the intermittent robot. I keep roboting? Well, yeah, some people are better at managing. Maybe because the intermittent roboting. Am I still roboting? This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm in. My connection here isn't the best. Let me know. I know there's a delay, but I'm just going to keep talking because of it. But I'm still max headroom over here, or if I'm good. Because I mean, if I keep roboting, breaking up sometimes. Yeah, like I said, I'm in my room. I might end it after I do the ink splatter then, because that's ridiculous. If I keep roboting, people don't want to watch that, and I get it. Maybe it's because I am acting like a robot. All right. Let me try doing this again. Hold on. Just trying different things, seeing if they work. Cut the things out and do that. It's a good thing Shay doesn't come on, because I'm robot. All right, I gotta rip up something. What are we gonna rip up here? I don't want to rip those up. Okay. I think I have crap paper here. There we go. This paper is utter garbage. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Less roboting now, but occasionally it cuts out. pauses, more jumps. I jump, like breaking up sometimes. Really minor, if any roboting. Well, still, just intermediately breaking up. Maybe it'll help start fresh. Nah, I'm not gonna start a fresh one. I might just finish up and just end it. I'm getting pretty thirsty anyway. And let's see. I don't really want it on this area. There, we're going to tilt this a little bit. See, I have to use my right hand for this. There we go. It's weird. I'm left-handed, but I have to use my right hand for this. Oh. And I'm zoomed in, so I can't really see what I'm doing. I know I'm off panel or off camera a little bit, but I'm in the top corner here, splattering some on that top right corner. If this was like if I had like, I don't know, that just sounds rude, but I don't know. This is done anyway. You know, I was able to finish this. I don't. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do another one. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Oh, I bonked you. I bonked you. So it's fun. I don't think I'll be able to get through tonight and make sure I'm up. I'm gonna book tomorrow at 9. I couldn't. You know what? I appreciate you getting me on and doing everything you've done for me, Wyman, but I can't do. Okay, I got that 8 o'clock one next week, next Sunday, and it's gonna kill me. I can't do mornings because I'm up. I'm up till about 5 in the morning. So, like even weekdays before work. So me waking up early to do. I don't know how you. What book was it? I think I saw you post it. What book you promoted? Back so many books. There's so many books. I feel bad I can't. There's so many good books out there. Art's good. Stories are cool. Just filling in some gaps. Yeah, she looks pretty. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera around a little bit. It might ruin things, but I gotta wipe up. I'm gonna get red ink all over my iPad. Just protector on it. Still. You still here? All right, Wyman. Let's show you this thing. Well, I don't think I need to do anything with the iPad. No. Trash cans on the other side. Try not to smear that. There we go. I'll probably post this on Twitter. Uh, I haven't posted it on my Instagram in a while, so I'll probably post it there. So she got a little bit there. Yeah, look at all that blood. So bloody. She's got blood on her. Spear thingamajigger. And her highlights on her face are some of my favorites. I had the blue one I did last time, the blue skin version. That one had my favorite highlights. So yeah. Oh, you're gonna have Carl Stefan on? Oh, dude, Carl Stefan is awesome. His book is one of my favorite CG books. Mary Boys is fantastic. Tell Carl Stefan I said hello, and he will have no idea who I am. But yeah, Carl Stefan's cool. He's amazing. He's an amazing talent, that's for sure. He's got one of the best CG books in my opinion so far. It's very original, and the artwork is great. It's just all around fun. All right, what do you think, man? She's done. Oh, I gotta sign it. I'm gonna wait for that ink to dry first. We'll chat a couple seconds here. We'll chat a couple seconds for that ink to dry. I gotta sign it. And then I gotta do my logo on the back. So yeah, you'll be getting. Do you have any? I'm still here, probably for nobody, but obviously this one. But it'd be kind of like this guy was, but it's gonna be obviously different and better. But it's gonna be an art piece like this. So I hope you like weird stuff like this, because I mean, it may not be that. It might even be something totally different. So because you back that big tier, and that you're gonna get a full-fledged art piece. So I hope you like stuff like that. You gotta send us this one. Wait. Oh, thanks, man. Good. I got one of his. I'm trying not to zoom in because I think that's kind of affecting things. I got one of his commission. You got one of his commission pieces. Oh, dude, that's awesome. He is so good. All right, cool, good. All right, good. Because, like I said, it might not be something like that. It might be something totally different. I don't know yet because I do all those on the fly almost, and it gives me more of a connection with the piece. It's more a connection. It's more of a flow. It's like a pompous artist. Is this the one I've been using? Is it? No, it's not. It's a new one. We don't want the new one. We want the old one. Maybe that's. This, I showed it off to one of my PO box. Oh, oh. Frigo was streaming. I was at work. You did that in the afternoon, didn't you? I think I saw that at work. I can't remember. I follow so many people. I feel bad if I don't. Well, you're not going to get that piece. I don't. I'm gonna be on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Yeah, I can't do the mornings, man. They kill me. Jason tie. I don't know why, but I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this one. I found it. It's the one I used to ink it. Okay, it should be dry by now. Okay. Okay. Yes. Maybe this is it. No, this is. Yeah, this is. Oh, it's definitely the old one. Oh, jeez. Got all that ink caked on it. Tip of it. I always sign it. by her butt. Watch this stream gets deleted now. I gotta let that dry. Hum hum hum, Jason likes to hum. Hum 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 hum. I am a humming robot. Humming robot. Just waiting for that to dry. Yeah, I keep getting these notifications are from Shay's thing. Like, I love Shay, but I'd like to get some love here too. I don't know how to turn that off. Getting notified when other people comment on things you were mentioning. All right, let's try. All right, now I gotta add a thing. This is how anything you know get from me is you see nothing there. But this is how you know, one way anyway, that a piece is from me. I put my logo back of it real quick. This is why I don't use this nib, apparently. So this isn't ever a piece by me. Well, it's not true. I do have some stuff from the early. I just recently started doing this like a year ago or so. So after a certain date, if this isn't on the back of the piece, and it's not from me, there you have it. It's not dry yet. I'm going to zoom in so I might robot. I might be a robot. No, yeah, and that's cool. I think a PO box stream thing is opening stream is cool. Yes, Trace. I know a cat. But in one of the recent streams, Mary Boy's commission piece. That's awesome. He's great. I wanted to bid on when EVS had it. He had him on the auction, and I wanted to bid on one of his pieces so bad, and I was about to, and it got up to like 400. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. Because I would love to own a Carl Stefan piece. That would be amazing. He's talented. And that's what I love about the CG or Indiegogo and all that stuff is I never knew these artists before. Now I can talk to them if I want to. I mean that's really cool. I never knew these artists. So I mean obviously Ethan Van Sciver and Frey I definitely knew. But I never knew Cecil. Come on now. I never knew of Cecil. All right, she's done. She's done, and Will Perdomo of Black Flag fame will be getting her. I'm roboting too much, so I'm going to. I like the horns. I think they came out wonderful. Yeah, it is. It's really cool that you can talk to them at any time. I mean, I know sometimes it's hard to talk to them. It's hard to get a hold of them. But You know, it's just it's because of technology really that we were able to do it, and it's also because if the comic industry hadn't gone in the crapper like it did. I was just at my comic shop. I was just at my comic shop. They were in Benzale. I got so many cool comics that were back in the day. Some of them are actually worth a couple bucks here and there. I can't find it. Probably put it somewhere. Anyway, I was just gonna add little highlights on her fingernails, but that's a trivial detail. I have a question. You have any question? What does this say? What did you do to give the horn? Ooh, it's got a glisten and a shine to it, you say. Well, that might be the whiteout. That very well might be the whiteout. Because you've seen it before. The horns aren't there. She just has her red hair. So I had to white out a good portion of her hair. And around it here is the it's white out and then wall color over top of made a chemical reaction that made it seem that way. And thank you very much. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, the whiteout pen that I can't find. I lost it. I mean, I didn't lose it. It's somewhere in my room. It's somewhere over here. I don't remember. I remember putting it back in the. I put it in the wrong. I put it in the wrong drawer. Tenacity. So we'll go a couple more minutes here. But yeah, that whiteout pen, it worked really well. I have other whites. Like I have a white ink. I don't really. It doesn't really work that well, really. I use it sometimes for fine detail, but this pen actually it works great. And the other whiteout I have, I can't. I have a hard time drawing over top, but this one works really well. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm breaking up, man. Sorry, but I'm gonna end the stream anyway. I really appreciate you hanging out as long as you did. Much love and respect. Uh, this is done. They're gonna get it. Cutting out. Have a good night, Wyman. See ya. If you're out tomorrow, cool. I might do a stream tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But and that'll see you Wednesday, man. Have a good night. Yeah.